Nicky Boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guess. Ah! You're... Nick, it's you, and Maya too! What a fluke! It's Larry! I haven't seen him in a while! It's Larry! Hi! Hey! Guys, Zack here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So in the last episode, we played as Mia Fey, and long story short, Phoenix's ex-girlfriend, she was making a plot to kill him so that she could get a necklace back from a previous murder that she did. And that was just the start of how Mia and Phoenix met. That was the entire story of that. But in case, we're actually going to be going into episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, and from what I saw, okay, so breaking the fourth wall a little bit, although you did see this earlier in the LP, so I guess probably not, but long story short, the way the save system is set up, I kind of had to play through a little bit of the chapter. Apparently it's a Phantom Thief story. That's apparently what we've got set up here. So I'm very interested to figure that out because I like Phantom Thief stuff. Obviously I'm reviewing an anime for that, but I just like Phantom Thief stuff in general. Phantom Thief stuff is just really fun to me because you get to see all the different tricks that they pull off to try and outsmart the good guys or the bad guys, depending on the story. But it is always fun. It is always fun seeing a Phantom Thief in action, and I'm interested to see how that's actually going to play out for this. So without further ado, I think I'm just gonna get into it. Yeah, let's just start up Stolen Turnabout. The time is 1 a.m. Beep, beep, beep. Detective, we made it. Boo. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Ho-ho, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Ah! We've been had! Out front! Guards! Turn on the searchlights! Ah ha 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 ha! Better luck next time, gentlemen! Ah ha 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 ha! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Ah ha 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 ha! Aha! Ha 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 ha! So yeah, see what I mean? Phantom Thief story. Pretty great. October 11th, 3:24 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hey, Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. Okay, so apparently I'm cleaning the toilet. What are you freaking out about now? Hehe. Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Ha! Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearly, of course. I'm a little concerned, but okay. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Hee, haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Crane Village, isn't that... That's right, it's our hometown, Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Ha ha ha, very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Crane exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but... The promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? You're dressed exactly the same as you always dress. I don't understand what's different. Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey. Alright, in case you didn't actually play the first 3 games, it fills you in on who she is. The younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character. Hey! What are you calling shady? Oh, I love the back and forth between the two. And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Crane Village is the home of the mysterious Crane channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Crane School Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright. Mr. Nick, how long are you going to make the 2 gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasury exhibit poster added to the court record. Alright. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Taylor main exhibit hall. Lordly Taylor. The city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Is this supposed to be a reference to Lord and Taylor? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. This game loves its parodies, man. It loves its puns. It really does. Case in point, in English, every single character's name is a pun. Obviously, Dick Gumshoe's name literally translates to Detective. So his name is Detective. So his full title is Detective. It's funny. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Ooh. Wow. This is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fey Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick. The person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright. I guess we should go and say hello. Where can we go from... Okay, so we can't actually go back to the... Okay, we're just gonna go to the warehouse. Alright, so who's running the exhibit? October 11th, Lordly Taylor Basement Warehouse. Why are we in a shady basement? Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. No, you won't. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eek! A monster! You were right! Huh? A monster? Hello! Good evening. It's good to see you again. You? I know you. Yeah, Adrian. She cut her hair! Her hair used to be a lot longer. She cut her hair. Haha, nice to see you again too, little miss. Ah! Hello! Is she a friend of yours, Miss Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. Okay, so you're going to be involved in yet another case. So chronologically, this is happening what? Shortly after what is it? On Farewell My Turnabout, where she was a main suspect. She was probably let out and the charges were probably dropped. If I had to guess, that's probably why she's here. So she was. We should immediately know who this is if you watch the last episode, or the last couple of episodes actually, because she was a main character in that. In any case, I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. Yeah, she shaved her head, basically. That or it's in a ponytail. I can't really tell. Probably either in a ponytail or she cut it off. Actually, looking at her head, looking at the shape of her head and the way she's drawn, probably the first one. It's all in a ponytail and it's a bun on the back of her head. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are stored away in here. Alright. So what can you tell me about this? It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got it all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. Okay, so like half a year has gone by. That makes a bit sense. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? No, it did not. After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Alright, fair enough. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Okay, so, yeah, because long story short, the person she was a manager to was a dick. The long story short, he's putting it nicely, he was a dick. He was a lot worse. He was a lot worse than just... Dick doesn't even begin to describe what kind of person he was. Dick is putting it nicely. Calling him a dick is putting it nicely. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. Yeah, you do seem a lot more confident in yourself now. I really am grateful. Ugh, that's a relief. Alright, so Lordly Taylor. Also, why is there no music? I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exposition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in front of the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So, this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. Fair enough. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good, so what's with that face she's making? I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright. So that's why you arranged this exhibit? I knew that Korean village was the hometown of your assistant, Maya. I thought it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it, too. But that's not exactly thanking me, per se, is it? Maybe, but who'd want to see an exhibit on the treasures of Phoenix Wright? I mean, we have Charlie the houseplant. Other than, see, he's pretty valuable, I would think. What, isn't he? I guess I can't argue with that one. Alright, Alright, so what can I examine then? Ooh, hello, what is this? Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's the statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. The statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Frey branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Amy Faye's golden statue. Okay, as I did the court record. Alright. What's with that creepy-looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me. How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've seen this statue. That thing is the crane's Shishito. Shishito. It's a ceremonial sword. Okay, I couldn't read that. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. So it's only ceremonial. Ah, phooey. I wanted to cut something. Yeah, it doesn't look like it would be very good at cutting things. Just looking at that, it doesn't look like it'll be able to cut anything. Looks like it'll be able to disarm somebody pretty easily, but cut them down to size? Probably not so much. It looks like it would be very awkward to wield as an actual sword. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Alright. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Ha ha ha. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat what you're filled with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Haha. Shall we head upstairs then? Yep. After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. Yeah, she does look a lot more confident. Not only did we get her out of a kind of not necessarily a relationship, but an abusive partnership with another guy, but on top of that, we kind of broke her of her codependence streak. So now she actually feels a lot more independent. She is definitely deciding things for herself, and I'm very proud of her. She has definitely grown since we last saw her. None of us could have imagined that the very next day, something terrible would happen. Oh, well, that one lasted for all of about 5 seconds. October 12th, 10:09 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Now, Nick, this is terrible. What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. Alright, well, at least she knows what TV is now. We got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask the Mask. Alright, he looks cool. I will admit that he's a phantom thief, obviously, so he steals things for a living, but he looks cool. But Mask the Mask? According to the spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure, Lordly Taylor, you don't think. Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask the Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. What? Alright, well then tell me more about the sacred urn. Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Korean village. That's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Alright. Oh yeah, this was the one I forgot. Don't you want to remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of the mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. But not anymore because Pearl broke it, didn't she? Isn't that the thing? She broke it? Right, Pearly? Ah, yes. That's right. Except you broke... Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Amy written on it. That says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Tee, there are some things best left unsolved, won't you say, Mr. Nick? I know the answer, but I'm not telling anybody. Shush. That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. The sacred urn added to the court record. All the treasures of the Korean Village, supposedly priceless, it looks like a plain old pot. What to do? Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you? Nick! What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Nick! Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has just been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean school channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go there and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah. And get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So, what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask, Mr. Nick. Make a note of it. Mask the Mask. Alright, last year's incident. Ah, it was terrible. I was arrested and everything. Alright, so this is just to fill people in if they didn't play the original game. 1 year ago, the murder in Korean Village. If they didn't play the last game, they wouldn't know the story. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick? Would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearl broke it, but she can't spell, so... Until Pearl accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Amy, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Alright, so in any case, let's go back to the main exposition hall and figure out what's going on. Let's go talk to Adrian Andrews and figure out what's going on. In any case, October 12th, Lordly Taylor main exhibit at hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. I can do that. But it doesn't look like anything's been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. Hi, Gumshoe. It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? Probably because I'm a defense attorney and that's part of my job. I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello? It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try and remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Well, children can be cruel, so why not? Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again, too, I guess. So tell me what happened? Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Fair enough. Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask the Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard on the scene of the crime, pal. He said, the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. The urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Ooh, basement warehouse, huh? Wait, so, yeah, he is a phantom thief. They normally pride themselves on breaking into high security stuff and stealing valuable things just because they can and to see if the police can actually stop them. That is their entire thing. So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Mask to Mask. Okay. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. What about the Ace Detective? So why do you call him an Ace Detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really isn't good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send out our men on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Alright, calling card. So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's the mark on the front? That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Alright, sent before heist, the emblem is top secret. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Knight, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Maybe. Who knows? Thanks, I guess. Alright, court record then. Can I show him it? No. I can't present. No, not from here, at least. What about... Sorry, pal. I didn't get much sleep last night and my brain's not really working right. Somehow, I don't think sleep would really fix the problem. Hey, keep it down. You might have really good hearing for all you know, and might get mad if you heard. I can hear everything you were saying, pal. To be honest, pal, there's something that bugs me. What's that? All the other items were stolen by Master Mask were ones that even I have heard of. They were all world-famous treasures. The Tear of Amadon, or the Crown of Bongora? That's the Sacred Urn of Karain is famous too, right, Pearly? Of course! Everyone in Karain Village knows about it. Sounds like we've got an unpredictable thief on our hands. Alright, remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal? Does the thief even ever send these to the police? No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up, if you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me? Yeah, sure. Alright, so, can I check this? The security at Lordly Taylor are becoming to purloin the most precious work of art on display in your Treasures of Karain exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Master Mask. Alright. Interesting. Okay, so, well, that would explain why he... Well, there is this thing, which would explain why he knows about it. Okay, so let's go move and figure out what's going on in the basement warehouse. October 12th, Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air-conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos! Huh? What the heck does that mean? Hello? Who are you? I'm afraid I have very little offer, but please, make yourselves at home. Who are you anyway? Shh! Silence! Okay, this is obviously our guy. Also, does he wear his thing like an uncle? Hehehehe. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. This is very disgusting to look at. Please put it away. What do you see? Zavari! The truth has once again been eloquently revealed to me. As a lawyer and a spirit medium, neither are very advanced in their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes! That's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme. Look at me. Okay, again, every name is a pun. His name is literally Look at me. Ace Detective? Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I was wondering when that was going to come up. I was wondering when Phoenix was eventually going to introduce himself as an Ace Attorney. I was wondering when that was going to come up. And it came up here. That's funny. I'm Maya Faye, a spirit medium. And I'm, Pearl Faye. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, spirit medium Ace Apprentice. So funny. Excellent! Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase one short of a picture doesn't come to mind with this guy? Alright, in any case, talk to me. Ace Detective. So are you really as famous as you say? Of course! For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in the city who had not heard of me. Look at me! I am Master Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective. Look at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figures who loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. But which one are you? Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask. With my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great Peoples Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Master Mask. What about him? Oh, tell us what you know about Master Mask, and keep it simple, please. About how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Yes, about that. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lordly Taylor? Naturally. Whenever Master Damask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. The night of the crime. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course! After all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. Fair enough. I first received the request for my service 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Master Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. A calling card arrived, right? Yes, so, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. And waited for him. Alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? Because... numbers help? You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, sir lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who's seriously messed up in his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Alright, well, let's investigate then. Well, I'm already seeing a couple of things that I can examine. This is on the floor, broken in half. It says, Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. Huh? What do you mean? This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective at me, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think he pretty much said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have but to ask at me. I know everything there is to know about my rival Master Mask. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information, stuff that only a real crime buff would know? I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Okay, so he's not going to let me. Well, I can kind of work out what happened. So, there's a sword. The sword is missing. This is a lot farther over than it was. There's a paint splatter over here. Which makes me think something was in there that wasn't supposed to be in there. Okay, and then we're gonna just talk to him then. Since he seems to not be helping. Master Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer and an ace spirit medium and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, so lawyer. I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would say that exactly. That's right! We're going to find the secret urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover something of value, return them to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Acme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, sir lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. And off he goes. Well, wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay? Alright. Alright, let's examine. Well? Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Okay. What is this? Look at what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color of this outrageous. But this paint is already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. It looks like it's been several days since it was spilt. Hey, look at this. What is it? There. There's some kind of shape left in the bottom side of the stain. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. That's the statue Mr. gave me, so cool. I want a gold statue myself. We can put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright & Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Amy. Was it there where it was last night? Ah! I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So, the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Alright, it said, okay, moved the night of the crime. Okay. Well, there's the sword. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? Shishishito. It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. Wow, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mystic Amy holding it last night? Ah! And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Aha! I just saw something. Maybe Detective Atney smashed Master Mask with it. Like this. Youch! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair. Shishishito added to the court record. Wasn't bent before the court. Okay. Look close here. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. Aha! I got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kind of doubt it. Aha! I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Alright. That's a security camera. It's trained on the big door of the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and I'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mr. Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. Alright. What about this? Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer. Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. It looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's date on this thing. We might even find a photo of Master Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea we were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. I guess you'll have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. Alright, the camera went off at once around 1 AM on the night of the crime. Alright, and then what's this? That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! That's the box that had the secret urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. Grr, I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fey Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Fair enough! Okay, poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box, too. Alright. Okay, well, what else can we examine, then? Alright, why is it... Okay. Alright, oh, ladder. Hello. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact conversation before somewhere? Okay. What was that? It says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize, but you just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? Alright, well... Alright, isn't that a reference to the fact that, I don't know, I think that's a reference to the fact that, that's a reference to the fact that you can talk to Maya about stepladders, like, a lot. Okay, so where did this paint come from? Alright. Oh, phone! Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Beep. Hello, Phoenix right here. Oh, it's me, Gumshoe! Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally! This underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep. I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying... You captured Master Mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. Master Mask surrendered? That's great. So, when can we come in and pick up the sacred urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Master Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal. Get over here soon. Alright, I'm interested to see what he has to say. So, let's go talk to him. Beep. The detention center, huh? Alright. Alright, let's go to the detective agency first. And he's got a massive picture of himself. I'm not entirely surprised, considering how vain this guy is. October 12th, at me detective agency. This is a detective agency? Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? It looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try back later. Alright, so what is it? So he's not here. He said he was, but he's not. Also, he is a fire going, so he probably should be here, or if he's not. Alright. Alright. In case detention center. We've been to the detention center before, but we haven't seen it up until now. October 12th, detention center visitors room. Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep, after all, we got Master... Right, but, so, where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me. But anyway, I have to get back the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me! Oh, hi! Who are you? I'm Master Mask. Okay? Hey, Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Rondelite, the famous Master Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Master Mask. So, you're the Master Mask guy. Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. Why is it gray? Huh? What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Mask to Mask, it's actually Mask to Mask. Oh, that's why. It was, okay. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that! I don't need your pity! And a major crybaby too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure? That broken old urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Alright, sacred urn. Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will. I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but I'm actually afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Oh, okay, I get it now. He's whispering. Enough already. Just tell it to us straight. Please. Please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? How did you lose an urn? Okay, I'm very confused. How did he lose an urn that he stole? What? What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes or no? Maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. Well, what do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know. What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on a train just like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway. I'm sorry! I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. So this guy is indeed Master Mask, but what happened? But why is he such a coward? The Master Mask seems like a lot more of a confidence man. Maybe it's because he's hiding his face or something. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is Master Mask? Maybe. I don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. Desi? So who's this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that! I guess she must be his wife. Huh, huff, huff. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go visit her in my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry. Naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Pelepe, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Nick, to Master Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Alright, present. Oh, that's Master Mask's calling card. Pretty nice looking, huh? He looks so happy. I'm not very good at writing, you see. So I bought a book called How to Write Business Letters and studied hard. Well, I guess you could call thievery a type of business. Alright, what about this? What do you think of it? Okay, so, I don't really think I can help you with that. No, that's not it. Well, the thing is, I don't really know if I can say one way or the other. I didn't really catch that. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. What do you think about... Okay, so we don't have anything that we can put on him. I'm really sorry I caused so much trouble. If you're so sorry, then you shouldn't have stolen it in the first place. But the only thing I did wrong was lose it. That's not right. I was wrong either way. I'm sure the owners of the other treasures feel the same. He sure seems sorry. Who would have imagined that such a famous thief would have such a pure heart? Okay, so this isn't gonna help either. Alright, okay, so... Alright, but I do like this guy. He's very interesting. Alright, in any case, let's go find his hideout then. Oh! Hello! October 12th, the Mask's hideout. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, alright. It's full of his gadgets and stuff. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Hi, who are you? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Ah. Oh, you must be the lawyer. And the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, haha, you're welcome? Did she really call me Nicky boy? Alright, let's talk with her. Ron Delight. About your husband. Hee, isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know that they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you only earn it after doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch the channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to send her into the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Hahaha, of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure and that he's, you know... Is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? That's why you married a phantom thief, then? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line. You know what I mean. Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living in the boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly like the risk-taking type look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast you would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day, it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So, where does Mr. Delight get all this money from? Ronnie's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard. I think it's my turn for my head to spin. The night of the crime. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did the incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes, anyway, last night I got pulled over. By a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. Yeah, getting pulled over by the police? I mean, not the best thing in the world, but getting pulled over definitely is an interesting thing. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of the night. Also, I just noticed that, what is it? That Wendy Oldbag's, little thing from her outfit. I just noticed it's on the back shelf there. As is her helmet. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Alright. Well, I can already see this. This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know. It's a fishbowl. Well, an upside-down one, anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick? Do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. Alright, I'm just gonna examine some of these. It's mask to mask. There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. Ah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha! I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen. Ah-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha! Oh, is this the thing that flies? I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick? Oh, I know what it is. Nick? It's a torpedo! It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where could he have picked up something like this? Please don't say that torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. Okay. There's this. Oh, that's so cute. It's called a hot air balloon, you know? Wow, there's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof enough that Ron Delight really is mask to mask. I better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. There's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged in a nice frame. Look, Nick, it's a fake beard. There's also a mask made out of cardboard. Here, Nick, try on this fake beard. Come on, try it on. Hey, cut it out. Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix the Mask. Let's borrow it for a while. No way. I'm not stealing from a thief. I have enough bad karma as it is. But wouldn't that positive out in a good karma? There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Duck and cover. It's a missile. Did you know there's dynamite in missiles? But they're not heavy enough to be real. Or wait, they're just really well-made toys. What are these rolls of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft of the measuring stone, the great albatross strategy. Theft of the immortal goddess statue, the great knuckle bomber strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? No, they did not. I don't think. Hey, Hey, Nick, look on top of the chair. Looks like an envelope and a letter. Well, don't just stand there. Come on, let's read it. Maya, you know we shouldn't do that. What are you talking about? That letter could be an important clue. No way. You can't just go around reading a private letter because you feel like it. It's not just because I feel like it. It really could be important. If I was sure it was a clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. Okay, also, we got books over here. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels from famous heights and fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them. Let's see here. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. Oh, wow, Ron really studied his stuff. And yeah, it's very much looking like he did it. I'm just being perfectly honest. So can I present some stuff to her? So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember? Oh, oops, sorry about that. But the way she just said top secret was worse given away than what I did. Ooh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. No, okay. Okay, what else can I talk to her about? Excuse me, would you just like to look at this? Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea. I guess I just don't get out enough. Oh, that's so mysterious looking. I love stuff like this. Really? That's one of our most treasured possessions. There's going to be a whole exhibit at Lordly Taylor with these types of things. Maya looks so happy she's lit up like a 1,000-watt bulb. Terrific. You can count on Ronnie and me to be there. Sounds like fun. Huh? Oh, yeah. Ha ha ha. Oops, looks like that light bulb is starting to flicker. Oh, that's so mysterious looking. Okay. Alright. Okay, so what else can we show her? I'm not sure what we can talk to her about. Alright, mask to mask. They definitely look alike, so I can definitely see the... Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Master Mask? Master Mask? Of course, I know about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, what? Huh? But biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Master Mask. What? What are you talking about? Alright, let's talk about that. Let's unpack that. Delusions. So, when did Ron first become Master Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. Huh? But... wait a second. Look around this room. This place is obviously Master Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Master Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could it be that... Okay, I didn't really read that. Anyway, if he had stolen the urn, wouldn't he have still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he had the urn or not? If he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Light isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Light isn't Master Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Mr. Light? Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it to us. Alright. Okay. Well, in any case, let's go back to the detention center and give Ronnie the thing. Here's the thing from your wife. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Dizzy? Thank you. Letter given to Master Mask. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard, the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. No. Alright, so what happened? Mr. Lawyer? Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but... Could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of the mask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please. I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? You know what? Let's take this case. This could be interesting and fun. Well, Mr. Delay, I've decided to give a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? Hey, he's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Wah! Okay. Pearly, wait. This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Alright, but in any case, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. Sniffle. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. Alright, where are we going then? We've already investigated everything. Alright. I think we've done everything we can do. Okay, so what can we do next? October 12th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Ah, Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. She seems to have gotten over everything very quickly. Hey, Pearls? It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Mr. Okay, I was wrong about you. I should have trusted you. Yeah, we already saw that. Mr. Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. Pearl. I first met Pearl a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Karain Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya? I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea. About you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Karain Village custom, sort of. Alright, Maya? Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. So, you're basically her legal guardian now, is what... I figured that was the case, but now she's just spelling it out. She is Pearl's legal guardian. Because Morgan Fay is currently in prison. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's in prison. She's in prison. She can't get... She's not able to raise her daughter. So, you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But, it's the same for me, too. Maya. My mother's gone, too. Karain Village. There are hardly any men in Karain Village. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strongly in the Fey family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. Ah, that makes sense. That's why the whole culture of Karain Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. Oh. Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father... He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she is so sensitive to things like that. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. Mai's mother. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Mai's mother, Misty Faye. The current master of the Korean channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. Yeah, we've heard about that. She was involved in the DL6 incident, I believe, and nobody's heard from her since. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then, according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the current technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just by sitting around the office. Yeah, I know. But first I want to talk to Pearls. Alright. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls? I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick? Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. It's okay. I'm the one that should be apologizing. Well, I'm going out for a little bit. Huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to go show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence. And off she goes. Hey, wait she sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. Alright, let's move. Well, I've explored everything else. Oh, he's not here anymore. There's nothing else here. There's this place. No? Main exposition hall. Oh, we can go back to the exposition hall and investigate. Okay, Lord Taylor main exhibition hall. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn! And she's back. Okay, please, calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe. Calm down and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. Alright, what happened? Damask calling card. So when did you get the calling card from Damask? Let's see. Exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes. In fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Damask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes. I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lord Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. Well, you sure brought it last night, and even left with a nice souvenir. Security. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault! I never should have called that partly little collection of treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Korean. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Master Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Alright, can I present something to you? This was moved. I know! It's all my... But what's done's done. I'll make up for... Okay. I just was wasting my time. She's far too good. Okay, so she's a little unhinged now. Probably... Okay, so can I not ask her any questions now? I seem to be stonewalling. Alright. Well... There's not much else I can do here. I've done everything. Present. Okay, I can't present anything to her. Alright, so that's the case and I don't really have any information. I'm gonna go to this guy's place. Yeah, there we go. October 12th, Acme Detective Agency. Alright. Hello? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Hi. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Hehehehe. Precisely as I expected. What is it? Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Zavari, how truly elegant! Now then, what can I do for you? Talk? Delay the crime? You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely, this is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with my rightful pursuit of my prey. I've heard you've been after Master Mask since his very first theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Aminat. I first encountered him in the museum's secret hall. The crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I brought some equipment from Lowly Troyer and set up the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Master's modus operandi? Sacred urn. Mr. Acme, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred urn? That has nothing to do with this case. It has everything to do with this case. He stole it. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw into pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. Alright. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are but seekers wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Ah, there it is. Psyche locks. What the? It's a Psyche lock. It's a Psyche lock. Alright, Psyche lock. Hey, Nick, what is this Psyche lock thing? Well, your Megatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Megatama has that kind of power? You're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fey family heirloom, but... Pearly was the one that actually imbued it with the spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the Psyche lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool. I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Alright, well... Present. Take that! Time to break... I think I've observed everything I can, so... I'm just gonna try and break through this guy's thing. Master Mask Simo. Detective Amy, were you standing guard at the scene of the crime? There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well, no, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this admin guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Admin, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night.
Take that!
Okay, there we go. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flashes. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. Well, what? Are you saying I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Admin, you must have seen the theft last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason he didn't desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were... You would have to be unconscious, right? That's the only thing that could... It was either fast asleep using the bathroom or unconscious. I'm afraid that making this guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence.
Take that!
Okay, it is the short. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Ha ha ha, surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luca Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at the time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Alright. Alright, we don't get a recharge because we didn't do anything. Alright, okay, and then the explanation about how Psyche-Locks works is gone because, well, we figured it out. Also, it's nice that they have optional tutorials in the game for if you didn't play the last game and don't know what any of the things are. It's nice that those are in the game. I like that. In any case, the Mask Simo. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clobber? What an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck in the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch, Mr. Adney should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? Alright, the mask knocked me out during the crime scene with a blow to the head, back of the head. Alright, so... Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Emmy is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. Well, yeah, that's definitely him. That's him! Master Mask! Security camera photo added to the court record. The thief can be none other than the arch-criminal Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such a brazen crime. What are you talking about? Master Mask's reason, I guess. What is it? So, what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how did you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the fire-safe detective ever to walk on the face of the earth, but how do you know who Master Mask is and more specifically what his secret identity is? The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me. Well, I guess we better go take a look, just in case. Alright, well, in any case, let's move, and then... the Mask's hideout, I guess. Examine... Oh, this is the thing, right? This is the thing they want? Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that, Mr. Light had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. Okay, so what is it? A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to the KB security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000? This is a blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, all right? So, written in a fountain pen found in Ron's room. Ding dong. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Ah! You're... Nick, it's you, and Maya too! What a fluke! It's Larry! I haven't seen him in a while! It's Larry! Hi! Ah, Larry! Long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy? Nick, do you and this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? If you mean what I underestimated you, Nick. Gorgeous lady like this? And married too? Way to go, dude! I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse. It's time to cue in the butts. Hi, buddy! I haven't seen you in a while. Larry Butts, ever since grade school, he's been... not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey, man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And when we used to say still things true, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Alright, so, is he a security guard now? It looks like he's a security guard. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So, you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I've got to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So, how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. And so let's talk to this guy. We haven't seen Larry in a while. He hasn't been in a story in a long time. I think he stopped appearing in like the first one, and it took like 2 games for him to show up again. All right, okay, it's Larry Butts. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. Yeah, fair enough. As with those clothes, you look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Ha 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 ha. Huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. You get dumped again. Yeah, he gets dumped a lot. Well, you know Bennifer? I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom and my whole life changed. Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're ah! Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Why are you here? So, what are you doing here, anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked up this last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Alright, Ron's wallet. Found in by Larry at his part-time security job company building. Night of the crime. Alright, hang on. Let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture's in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. I'm too late. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Mr. Light. So you said you found out your job, right? Yeah, I was working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. Wallet. So, what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for the crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 a.m. this morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Light's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure, here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See, it's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Alright, found inside Ron's wall, apparently used it for the billing of his part-time job. Alright, I'm gonna present this. Can I? No. Present. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Alright, found in Ron's wallet, opens the KB Security CEO's office, leaves a record of it when used. Alright. You didn't touch anything on the wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious. You know what I was interested in? If Master Mess doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. Alright. Alright, if you don't want your identity revealed to... Okay. KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. What? Hold on a second. Alright. Well, I'm interested. This is the thing he was talking about, right? I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. Well, I know what you're saving that for... Okay. Nah, that's okay. Nick is just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style. A piddling evidence hog, you say? In that case, I'd simply be wasting my breath. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks, Maya. Why couldn't you have said it was a rival, not a piddling evidence hog? Well, there's an interesting thing here about the red diamond. Okay, so where can we go? Move? Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then I'll say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? Well, what? I don't know anything about it, Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron DeLay. Woo! Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I got a part-time job, at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about the KB Security company. Alright, let's talk to him about this then. KB Security. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Rondelite wasn't KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa. Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Who's calling? Hey, Nick, your phone. Beep? Hello, is this the right residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Zavari when he's excited? Look at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Beep. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. Well, what? That phone call just now. Sounded like a real cutie. It's a kid. No. Another one of your, special friends? Sadly, say goodbye to Mr. Life for me, would you, Larry? Alright. Alright, October 12th, at the Detective Agency. Ah, Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, Pearly! There she is. I never thought I'd see the two of you again. Where did you wander off to? Alright, in any case. So, is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here. There wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Yeah, there's a bag. Now that you mention it. Examine. This bag wasn't here before. This bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Oh, that's true. And truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Eek! He's here. Hello, friend. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry, but Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about her here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial, Zavari. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Wow, Nick, sounds like it's gonna be really exciting. What are you talking about? Tomorrow's trial? What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow's will be a day to remember. Look at me, will take the stand. And then, Zavari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There's a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? So, Lawyer, if you truly are who you say you are, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Who? Godot? The Master Identity. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is the mask. Fair enough. Hey, my dear lady. Times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. And who's this Godot? Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, that persecutor whose sequel cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chances to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot. But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? Yeah, pretty much. It's no surprise that the spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Yeah, he's out of... Okay, so that makes sense. He's always traveling out of the country, so it makes perfect sense. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in the country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. I'm not going to be calling him that, but, well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. It looks like we're done investigating for the day. Hehehehe. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. Now all that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. To be continued. Alright. Well, that's interesting. So... Alright, so long story short, I don't really know where to begin with that. So, long story short, we quote-unquote met Mask to Mask. His real name might be Ron the Light, but, there are some interesting things I should note, namely that there's the ransom note names a strange red jewel, which, Mask to Mask currently does not have. And more importantly, it seems like the thing that he met somewhere else at KB Security at 1 a.m. when he was supposed to be breaking into Lordly Taylor and stealing the urn, and we didn't see the urn. So yeah, there's something in and also there's something in the Detective Luke Atme's bag. So that's going to come into play later, I think, at some point. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but clearly it's important if they decide to draw attention to it and then not show us what it actually was. So that feels very deliberate and feels like that's going to be something important. But I think I'm going to leave this episode for right now, and we're just going to have to work that out for next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter in the description below. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on the channel, then Twitter is the best way to do that. Be sure to go check me out. You can check me out. Zack does things on Twitter, so be sure to do that. Also, be sure to check out my Patreon if you want to help support me that way. If you guys want to help support me and help support all the content that I make, then by all means, go check that out. Link is also down in the description. It's only a couple bucks a month. It does help me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks. I'm always saying thanks, so be sure to check those out in the description. And also, be sure to check out my Twitch down in the description below as well. I stream every Sunday, 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, so if you want to go check that out, by all means, go ahead. Again, link is down in the description for all of these things, so be sure to go check that out. And finally, if you want to see more content from me, then be sure to check out the videos linked in the end screen. The top video is the most recent video. It may or may not be this one. Whereas the bottom video is the video recommended to you based on what you've already seen from me. So, if you want to try something new, or see more of what you like, then be sure to check both of those videos out. But, regardless of whether or not you do any or all of those things, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!